Digimon. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
I'm Maggie.
And we are
Hopefully Awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky things include multiple things. So we're going to kind of cut the intro short here because I'm going to cue you all in on a little bit of info. Remember, if you'd like to support the channel, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, blah, 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 all that stuff. You're actually going to hear this all again in just a second. So, welcome to the first ever, hopefully anime power hour. Oh, sorry. That's my thing. Sorry about that. So, we are, like I said, it's the first ever version of this that we're doing. And things are going to go a little different than they normally do. So what we're planning on doing is both the Digimon rewatch and the Sailor Moon rewatch.
Yeah.
So the thing is, later those are going to be released in separate forms, so separate podcast feeds is where those are going to be going to. So the stream will be one whole thing. So you're here, you're going to see all of it. Yeah. Boom, boom. You don't have to go to another stream, nothing like that. It's not going to be crazy.
No.
But that does mean that we're going to intro and outro for each episode. So when we start saying bye after Digimon,
don't leave.
And even after Sailor Moon, like that's just us ending the podcast version. We're all still just, going to be like hanging out and stuff. And the podcast versions are going to be kind of edited out a little bit, going to be synced up, We're trying, I'm going to try and make these like decent standalone videos.
Try and make them noise.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little
salt, pepper,
no,
pizzazz, razzle-dazzle, Riz.
Yeah, gonna give a little bit of Riz to it, I guess. That feels weird saying out loud. So anyway, just wanted to kind of give you all a heads up as to why things will be a little bit different. In the future, we probably won't like do a slow intro. We'll probably just roll straight into Digimon. Yeah. But with this being the inaugural, just wanted to give everybody a heads up on what is happening. So you're going to kind of get to see the sausage made. We were running a little bit behind because I created several new segment intros. I believe there's about 10 or 11 new intros overall. So that's going to be fun. If y'all have watched the Smallville podcast, you'll know making intros to these segments is like my favorite thing. Yes. And they're so stupid. But
there's one that's my favorite.
Yes. So. And see, here's the thing, Maggie. The one that's your favorite, I was actually going to, instead of the joke I use in the Digimon one, I was going to use the same joke. And it wouldn't make any sense, right? But I would find it hilarious. And then I was like, well, but Digimon's going to go first, and I don't want to ruin Maggie's joke. So that's why I made mine the way I made it. So, yeah. You guys, you're in for a treat, let me tell you. So, all that being said, we're going to roll right into the beginning here. So, again, thank you all for joining us. See, we got Matt ZR in the chat. What up? It's going to be fun. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a fun night. Are you ready, Maggie? I'm
ready. If you hear something like crack and pop, it's my neck.
All right. We probably won't do like the old rigmarole of like, how's your Wednesday? Yeah. None of that's going to happen. So, all right, everybody, here we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are
Hopefully Awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is... The Digivolution is up, Ben, right? It's Digimon. Everybody, we are talking Digimon because this is My Adventures with Digimon, the weekly rewatch podcast review of Digimon Adventure from episode 1 all the way to the beginning. That's the name of the last movie that came out. So yeah, it doesn't really work for that statement. But remember, if you'd like to support the channel, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome or join us right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. Get your name in every stream, get access to Google Drives, all that fun stuff. This episode's brought to you in part by Amazon Prime, but we'll tell you more about that here in just a moment. Maggie, I'm very excited.
I'm excited too.
We are kicking off our first ever Digimon podcast. I'm very excited for this.
I am too.
I have been a lifelong Digimon fan. I remember where I was on August 16th, 1999. I think that's the date. We'll see. We'll see here in a second. Not today's date, but August 1st, of course, the day that we're doing this live is Digimon Day, because that's the day they went back to the digital world. Mm-hmm. So it's fun times. But no, I loved it on Fox Kids. Was a huge fan. I remember when season 1 ended, I cried because I thought it was the end of the series, and then season 2 happened, and I was like, oh yay! And then it ended, and I cried because it was awful. So I'm joking. We'll get into all that. Give us about 100 episodes, and we'll get there. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so if this is your first time hanging out with us, welcome to Hopefully Awesome. We are a positive place on the internet, and we hope you all are ready to enjoy a trip down memory lane. Maggie, what was your history with Digimon?
Remember around the time of like Gigapets and Nanopets, I should say. Not Gigapets. Nanopets and Tamagotchis and stuff.
Tamagotchi, that's what I was trying to think of.
That was my main baby, the Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
I kept it living for a good long while.
You did better than me.
I mean, I left it at school one time, got off the bus crying. And Mom's like, what is wrong? I said, I left my Tamagotchi in school. Can you please go back and get out? I don't want him to die.
God, what kind of loser would cry for something lame like that? I'm joking, because I cried over the season finale. That was the joke. No. Sorry. It wasn't a good joke. I apologize to everybody.
And my mom drove back and got it. And we got it. And my teacher is still in the room. She's like, yes, of course you can have it. You know, you laid it right over here.
Aww.
So, but like I knew about Digimon through that. Also, pretty certain probably seen the promos for it.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch it.
Was you one of those, oh, it's just Pokemon, but it's such a ripoff of Pokemon?
I didn't really know a whole lot about either, so I wasn't one of those people.
Okay, that's fair.
I was like, they have Mon at the end of it. Like, that's all I've realized about it, but I didn't know a lot about it.
You're more of a Sailor Moon fan.
Yeah.
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 Which we'll talk about that
later
in the next podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I remember I wanted to take you to watch Digimon Try, because they did the premiere of Try in theaters. And so I tried to get you tried to get it. It's a joke, Maggie. Jesus. So I tried to get you caught up, and I remember we marathoned all like 100 episodes of Digimon Adventure, and there was like multiple times you were just asleep.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, hey, wake up. Here's Modusmon. You need to see this.
I remember laying on the couch in your old apartment. You're like, no, you need to wake up. I'm like, oh no.
And then we got to Ken turning good, and I was like, okay, we're good. You don't need to see the rest of this. Like, it's fine. Like, I feel like to this day you've still not seen any of like the DNA Digivolve or any of that stuff.
Oh,
so
thank God.
Yeah.
What's up, Reboot Ranger?
Reboot Ranger.
Oh, he gave us a super chat.
Hey, thanks, Reboot Ranger.
Thanks.
Appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
In chat says, I don't recall if I saw Digimon right when it premiered, but my WB affiliate actually aired both Fox Kids and WB stuff, so it was freaking strange.
That's awesome. All right. Sorry, I was trying to do something to the super chat, and I was trying to like it.
I like the little
and it wouldn't let me.
I like the little fruit that's doing the mic drop.
That is pretty rad. Man, let me tell you, if you like these super chat emotes, Maggie, did you know you can get exclusive emotes of Hopefully Awesome by becoming a member on our YouTube channel?
No way.
All right, enough plugs. It's time to go back to the digital world. Digimon. Nailed it. It worked.
It worked.
There was a 50-50 chance that intro did not work. Okay?
There's like that breath of air you sucked in.
I was like, please work. All right, everybody. This is season 1, episode 1, And so it begins. ... Dot, dot, dot. Is that what they do in Mamma Mia?
And Mamma Mia, yeah. And we ... I
meant the fart noise you made.
Oh, no, they didn't do that. No.
That was just a Maggie
That's
special.
a Maggie.
All
That's
right.
Maggie.
I like it. Special thanks to Digimon.fandom.com for helping us curate this information. We appreciate you. This is episode 1 overall of the series, Digimon.
Yeah.
That's going to matter when we get to season 2, okay? Which will be about a year from now.
Oh, okay.
So just trust me on this, okay? I know it took a long time for it to matter in Smallville.
Reboot Ranger says, I love Digimon.
Hey, well, Reboot Ranger, you are in the right fucking place because we love Digimon too, okay? That's right. It's gonna be one of those. I'm done. I'm sorry.
Please stop.
Original air date was March 7th, 1999 in Japan, and August 14th, 1999 on Fox Kids. So it's the 14th, not the 16th.
Wow.
Fun fact, Maggie.
Yeah.
August 14th this year, only like 13 days away. It'll be the 25th anniversary of Digimon premiering on Fox Kids.
Wow.
25 years. I'm so old. It's like it hurts. Because like I remember vividly when Digimon started and I was like, cool, it's a new show, like I'm gonna get into this, you know, and like being at school and seeing everything and just really getting into it. And like that was 25 fucking years ago. Like I'm old. It sucks. And the fact that they're still doing stories related to the series that came out 25 years ago, like that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Like it's still technically the same continuity, you know, like they did do the reboot, which we'll talk about at some point, not anytime soon.
No.
But man, it's crazy. 25 years. Written by, the Japanese version was written by Satoru Nishizono, and the English adaptation was written by Ardwat Chamberlain and John Luden. I tried really hard there.
You did good.
Directed by Haruyuki Kakudo.
I think you got it.
Nailed it. All
I'm
right.
not judging because I get tongue-tied too, so it's all good.
Synopsis provided by Wikipedia. 7 kids at summer camp are sucked into a strange digital world where strange-looking creatures who call themselves Digimon greet them. This is Season 1, Episode 1, and so it begins. Maggie, what did we think of this episode?
Okay. Apologies to anyone I offend with these words, but it's cute.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, that's
cute.
fine. That's fine.
Like, you could tell that it's Fox Kids, like, you know, hey, we're going to rewrite a lot of these lines to say different things, you know.
And the whole world was flooded by chocolate sauce.
Like, and here's Mimi. You know what her favorite color is. Like,
Sora, she's pretty cool for a girl.
Yeah.
And Matt, he's too cool for school.
Look
no
at that
autographs,
haircut.
please.
Look at that haircut.
And that's TK. No, I'm with you. Especially like, you know, we don't really get into the fighting side of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, like we get a little bit there at the end of the episode,
Just a taste.
where they go into, you know, rookie mode. But we don't really see like champion level until the next one.
Yeah.
And like I think that's when it starts differentiating itself from Pokemon a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like being in a digital world as opposed to living in a world full of monsters, like, you know, seeing them come from one world to another. I feel like that's a good help, you know, to make everything make sense, to differentiate it a little bit. But yeah, they're not doing themselves a lot of favors by making like the lead Digimon a little orange dinosaur.
Yeah.
Okay, like Charmander and Agumon, there's some similarities there.
Some.
You know? And I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, you put those side by side, parents aren't going to know what the hell you're talking about. You know? They're like, oh, yeah, that's those monsters. It's one of those Pikachus,
It's
right?
just demons.
That's a Mario thing,
Our
right?
pastor at church told us about these demons these kids like to watch.
Why? That needs to be an intro to something. I don't know what it needs to be an intro to, but it's going to be an intro to something.
Either references or...
No, we're making a new one.
We're making a new one? Oh, okay.
Maybe we're going to question why. That's all it is. But no.
Why did this happen? Why?
I will say, this episode, obviously, a little... you can tell they're finding their footing, especially on the English side of it. Everything feels a little... subdued, you know, like they haven't really discovered the characters yet.
Yeah.
Even like some of the in training Digimon and the rookie level Digimon like have similar voices. Yes. And like as it goes on, they start really becoming like, you know, this is what Patamon sounds like and this is what Tokomon sounds like. And it's very different, you know. But like Palmon, like both of hers were like the exact same.
Yeah.
And like just the you know the enunciation of certain things, like it felt very like the start, you know. And so as I'm looking forward to as we go along, like them really becoming the characters that we know and love, especially you know
Game City.
Ty
Game City. You're not missing it, hon. You're good.
Missing what?
He said, "Oh no, I'm missing it."
Hey, nah, you're good. Man. We're just getting started.
We're just getting started.
All good in the hood, man. But yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Maggie, you know what else is good stuff?
Oh Lord,
the fact that this episode is brought to you in part by a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime. That's right. If you ever wanted access to a world of entertainment, speedy deliveries, and exclusive deals, well, with Amazon Prime, you can get all that and more. Stream thousands of movies and TV shows like The Boys. I was gonna say like Digimon, but I'm not positive that Digimon's on there. They might have like some of the Digimon stuff on there. Maybe I should look into that.
Yes,
and because The Boys audience probably not a huge crossover with Digimon and Sailor Moon. Now that I'm thinking about it,
I'll look into it.
Maggie's looking it up, everybody. While she's doing that, let me tell you more about this, because you can also listen to ad-free music and enjoy unlimited reading. Plus, with Prime's fast and free shipping, you'll never have to wait long for your orders. Ready to experience the best of Amazon? Well, use our link in the description of this episode to sign up for a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime today. Discover all the benefits and see how it can make your life easier and more enjoyable. Don't miss out on this hopefully awesome opportunity. And now back to the show.
You can watch Digimon on Prime Video, but it gives you a free trial of Crunchyroll.
So it's through Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
We should see if Crunchyroll will sponsor us.
I bet they would.
They might. I could see them tossing a couple bucks our way. Be like, here you go, fuckers. Here you go. What?
Oh, I shouldn't have topped in those words.
What'd you type in?
Sailor Moon and all these cool stuff popped up.
All right, Maggie. Well,
sorry.
We're going to get back to the show because now it's time for War. What is it good for?
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. War!
All right, everybody. This is War. What is it good for? The segment where we will talk about how the current big bad plot has progressed this week. So that means currently we are in the Devimon saga, if you want to call it that.
Devlin.
Devlin?
Yeah.
What the fuck is Devlin? What?
I think that's the name of Nicole Kidman's character in Just Go With It.
Wow. Wow. All right. So, yeah, this is where we talk about the plot of the big bad, how that has progressed this week in Digimon. So, of course, the Digidestined have only just arrived in the digital world and met their partner Digimon, but they are unaware of the role they'll play in the fate of two worlds. That's the name of the season finale.
I'm sorry.
No, that's why I was winking, because it's for the real ones.
The real ones.
They know the fate of two
I'm not
worlds.
there. I'm not the.
Hey, you'll get there.
I'm not the real one.
Hey, you'll get there. Don't worry. Well, fuck. When Godamon shows up, you're gonna be all about this thing, man. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah. Now, usually going forward each week, hopefully we'll actually progress the storyline. Now, obviously, we're not going to learn about Devimon for a little bit. I think
Yeah.
it's not until like episode 7 or 8, maybe. So it's going to be a hot minute before this segment actually does anything of good for us. But especially once we get into like the Myotismon saga or even like the Dark Masters, like trying to keep up with how everything has progressed in the overarching plot from week to week. I think that segment will be very handy for sure. But you know what else will be handy, Maggie?
What?
What? The next segment, which is continuity.
Carry on my wayward son.
That's not fair.
What's not fair?
That's not fair. It's supernatural.
So, if you've watched our Smallville podcast, I have not made an intro for continuity for like the 3 seasons we've been doing this. So yeah, I finally made an intro. So there you go, everybody. That'll be used across all the podcasts now.
Bobby Moore in chat. What's up?
What's up, Bobby Moore?
Digimon is better than Pokemon.
You're goddamn right. So Maggie, why don't you cover a second because I have lost my headphones.
Can I read the continuity?
No.
Okay, sorry. Devimon is a good story arc name, Matt ZR says. And Game City Savior says, gotta make sure I don't miss the Matt-centric episodes.
Yes, because Matt, as we all know, is the bad boy. Look at him. He's got cut off sleeves. We all know Matt's fuck. All right, continuity.
Wow.
Maggie, did you know that
Wow.
the phrase "and so it begins" could be viewed as an almost biblical reference? Because in the Bible it starts with "in the beginning," and so it
For
begins.
God
Nope, we're not.
created Digimon.
Maggie, the events preceding the kids' entry into the digital world are revealed in the episode "The Ultimate Clash." So there's actually things that happen before this episode that we'll get to see. We'll also get to see in the short film the first time they come into contact. So here's another thing about this podcast. I was really wanting to wait until they released the remasters of the movies.
Yeah.
Because the intro, I believe it's, correct me if I'm wrong in chat, I believe it's called Digimon Adventure, like the short standalone.
Yeah.
And I want to say it launched the same day as the series. And so, like, you could watch if you've only seen the American version, it's the first act in the Digimon the movie. 3 things that they shove together, which I love, don't get me wrong. But that whole first one was released on its own. You could go to theaters and watch that and then turn on the show. So, like, it's okay to watch those side by side.
Yeah.
But obviously that hasn't been released yet. So we were not able to do that. But we will be watching all of that stuff, just to be clear. I remember when I first watched the Ultimate Clash where it showed the footage from, like, with Parrotmon and Greymon. When I went to see the movie and it showed that, I freaked out. I was like, holy fuck, this is crazy. I had no idea that that part of the movie had actually aired before this episode. But I was like, it's crazy. The continuity is so good.
Oh my God, it's so
They're
good.
paying attention. And then they introduced Willis and everything just went to hell.
Yeah,
So,
Willis.
how dare you? Well, we don't talk about Willis.
Willis is awesome.
We should have a segment called We Don't Talk About Willis. It's the Bruno. It's the song.
I like that.
Let's see here. The events of this episode are also reminisced about in the episode Now Apocalypse. The Digigate at the summer camp is not used to enter the digital world again until the end of the next series in the episode A Million Points of Light.
I thought that said a million pants of light.
I would watch A Million Pants of Light. Like, that'd be a bunch of pants.
Yeah.
I'm like, could you wear it? Would it hurt? Would they burn? Would it be like a lightsaber? You know
Are
what
they
I mean?
made of LEDs?
Oh, so okay. See, I was thinking like actual light. You're saying pants that have lights on them. Okay. I mean, I would wear those. Remember when I almost bought those shoes that had a remote and you could change the LEDs on them? Koromon is the first Digimon to be analyzed and the first Digivolve to the next level. A continued theme throughout the series, as he is also the first of the group to reach Champion, Ultimate, and Mega levels. Would you say Koromon actually hits Mega first? Because him and Gabumon both hit at the same time. Like they both,
I don't know.
Which I guess, like, if we're talking about like when the intro ends, I think
Yeah.
it does show War Greymon first, technically. So either way, it's a tie. We'll say it's a tie. Because elementary school goes up to 6th grade in Japan, all of the characters in elementary school are elementary school students.
Oh, okay.
The kids' grades are as follows. Tai, Sora, and Matt are in 5th grade. Izzy and Mimi are in 4th grade. TK is in 2nd grade. That's the math class you'll be teaching this year.
Yeah.
So imagine
I'm teaching a bunch of TKs this year.
imagine your students coming up to you and being like, hey, I got to shoot my brother with an arrow so that my Digimon could turn it to Mega level. Would you be like, yeah, okay. Would you believe them, or would you be like, we need to go to the principal?
We're calling it somebody.
And Joe is in the 6th grade.
Makes sense.
Old reliable, as we
Yeah.
like to call him.
Scared and reliable.
Hey, man, it's not Joe's fault that he's a fucking pussy, okay? It's not his fault. You need one in every friend group.
I gotta study so I can become a doctor.
I can't wait to watch the episode where he like prays that the Bakuman will leave. I can't wait to hear what the actual reasoning for all that was. Yeah. So now let's get into the segment. Welcome to the Party Pal, where we introduce all the characters that we met this week, and there are a bunch.
Welcome to the party, pal.
That's right. All right. So we got Taichi Tai Kamiya. We got Sora Takanuchi. Yamato Matt. Ishida. Koshori Izzy Izumi. We got Mimi Takawaka. I fucked that up.
Tachikawa.
Thank you. Why don't you read these, Maggie? You're much better at this than I am.
Well, I mean,
I can handle the Digimon if you can handle the people.
Thank you. I was supposed to say those names really mess me up. Takaru, TK, Takashi, and Joe Keto.
Damn it, I could have done that one. We also got to meet the in-training level Digimon partners consisting of Koromon, Modimon, Yokomon, Tokomon, Sunomon, Bukamon, and Tanamon. Maggie, can you tell me which ones are which?
Well, Koromon becomes Agumon.
Mm-hmm.
Motimon is
Motimon.
the one with Izzy.
He's Snapchat Ghost, as
Yeah,
you like to call
Snapchat
him.
Ghost. I call him that. Yokomon is the one with Matt.
No, that is Sora's.
Oh, okay, Sora's. Okay. Tokomon is the one with Matt.
That's Sunomon.
Oh my god.
Tokomon is Patamon. It's with TK.
Oh, okay.
Tokomon.
Okay.
Sunomon.
Bukamon
Bukamon.
is Joe's?
Yep.
Yep. And then
Tanamon is Palmon.
oh.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, hey, it's okay. This
It's
is only
too
the
many
first-
Mons to
Maggie.
remember.
Oh, Maggie. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse.
Joe's not scared. He's cautious. I agree, Game C
True.
Savior.
And he's reliable.
Yes.
I like Joe. I remember in the movie when he has to take a test while everybody else is enjoying summer break.
Yes.
God damn it, Joe. All right, we also got to meet the rookie level of the Digimon partners. That includes Agumon, Biyomon, Tentamon, Gabumon, Patamon, Gomamon, and Palmon. Palmon.
Palmon.
I'm trying to work. Tai? That's my Agumon impression.
Agumon.
I can do a decent Patamon.
Tintamon. I have to work on that.
Boom, baba, pa! It's like pretty much it's just my Elmo impression. Is all it is. All right. Yeah, so there's a lot, but we also had the bad guy Digimon that we had for this week. So we're gonna get into who's that Digimon?
Who's that Digimon?
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
That's right, everybody. So this is where we will talk about the primary antagonist of each week. So, of course, the antagonist for this episode was Kawagamon. He is a champion level insect Digimon whose attribute is Virus. Special move is Scissor Arms, and his name is Kawagamon. He's an insectoid Digimon, vicious and ruthless with teeth like knives and scissor hands that can chop through anything. That's from Cormon. So we are also going to rank these episode Digimon. So that's right. It is time to rank the Digimon of the week so far. Currently, we have Kawagamon at number 1. Maggie, where do you want to put Kawagamon?
3.
Wait, no. Damn it. All right. The new number 1, Kawagamon. Now, let's get into Puberty, but with superpowers.
Yeah. Big change.
Oh, bingo.
just didn't do it.
I thought I was going to burp. That's why.
It's okay.
Bingo.
So, this is the section. Sorry, I lost my headphones again. I really got to fix this cord. It's driving me up a fucking wall, if I'm being honest. It's driving me crazy. All right. This segment is where we're going to talk about the powers that are used by the different Digimon in this episode. So, we've got what powers were used in this episode by the main characters and or bad guys. So, all 7 in-training Digimon use the ability Bubble Blow, which they don't really say.
No, it seemed like one of them said, let's do bubbles or something.
Patamon said Boom Bubble.
Yeah.
Because his power is basically the exact same as when he's, you know. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. They all have the same thing.
Yeah.
I do like that Digimon actually call out their moves before they do it. I actually really like that. Like, I know it's very anime or whatever, but I like it a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Agumon used Pepper Breath. Biyomon used Spiral Twister. Tentomon used Super Shocker. Gabumon used Blue Blaster. Podamon used Boom Bubble. And Palmon used Poison Ivy. Kawagamon did do moves, but he didn't like say anything. He just more kind of growled the whole time.
Yeah.
So we don't, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he threw a punch. I'm not really going to say that. Like, it's got to be a named move for us to include it on the list. So, there you go.
Gotcha.
Maggie, what are you thinking about these Digimon and their powers so far?
I mean, you talking about them announcing their move before they do it is very much an anime thing. Sailor Moon does the same thing.
It's true. It's true. And I like it.
I do like Agumon's because it goes, Pepper Breath! Like that.
Pepper Breath!
Yeah. And I did like Palamon's Poison Ivy as well.
I remember we also made the joke about Gabumon's Blue Blaster being like a freaking awesome soda from the late 90s.
We would love a cup of Blue Blaster.
Dude,
soda.
if I get some Mountain Dew Blue Blaster, I'd be fucking ready to go for months.
Yes.
You know, like that should keep you up.
Matt Sear points this out. Even Power Rangers announces moves. That's very true.
That is true. That is, especially like anytime they do like the collection of weapons, you know, or even like the Mega Sword, Tyrannosaurus, the sword though.
Yeah,
the saber. You know, for the longest time I thought it was called the Saver. Yeah, I didn't know
that's
saber.
Such a kid mistake.
Yeah, I thought it was called lightsaber. Yeah, because it like was used to save.
Yeah,
I know. It's stupid.
All, no,
it's stupid. It's fine. Call me stupid. It's fine. It's fine.
Not.
It's fine.
Shut up. God.
All right.
Talk about Digimon. Not about how you.
Hey, we'll talk some more about Digimon.
Good.
Well, let's talk more about Digimon, Maggie. In fact, let's talk about the differences between the original Japanese version and the Saban Dub with Saban Dub.
Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
That's what's fun about it, Maggie.
What's up, Jeriana?
I could have found I found one that looked decent. But I decided to use the one that looked like it was on a VCR because I thought that'd be better. So the original title for this episode was Adrift: The Island of Adventure. I love the original titles for Japanese shows. Like they're always like 7 paragraphs long. You know?
It reminds me of I actually watched it the other day with Viv. His old 80s anime movie Sanrio made Unico and the Island of Toys. So when I saw the Island of Adventure, I was like, Island of Toys.
Wait, the Islands of Adventure. That's Universal Studios.
They ripped off Digimon.
Dude, what if they put a Digimon Island on?
That'd be cool.
Dude, they should do it, man.
They should.
I'm still waiting for my live action Digimon movie. I'm telling you. Like, maybe you got to age the kids up a bit. Like, you got to at least make them teenagers. There's no way you can watch a second grader running around and it be like, I'm not watching Harry Potter again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They say diagonally. Get the fuck out of here.
Diagonally.
Ty does not narrate in the original. Instead, there is a generic narrator who covers the climate changes in more detail, as well as reading Kawagamon's profile more in depth. In general, though, there is less speaking during the episode. In the English dub, Ty's narration reveals that Matt and TK are brothers, while in the original, this fact isn't revealed until the Blue Wolf Garurumon. And some of the other characters are implied to be unaware of it in episode 2. Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Blue Wolf.
The Digidestin's original profile screens include their school and grade, and their names are read by the narrator. In the original, no one speaks over the in-training Digimon analyzer screens. So there's just dead silence.
Wow.
Yeah. I love how, like, Fox Kids didn't even attempt to, like, translate some of that stuff. They're like, it
doesn't matter, guys.
We'll call it, like, Digi-speak or something.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Fucking, this thing's lasting a week and a half. We just need something to fill the air between the next season of Erie, Indiana, and the next dimension.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see. Kawagamon makes a more insect-like chittering noise in the original instead of the reptilian roar he makes in the English version. When the
roar.
I know, right? Like, pretty sure they just went into the ILM sound effects CD and got like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park and was like, yeah, that's fine. Just so if I can throw that in there.
Yeah.
That's good. Good enough.
Mix it somehow.
Yeah, I mean, he's a giant bug. Sure, he sounds like a T-Rex.
Yeah.
That's fine. When the group are talking about where Mimi could be, Joe speaks in the original while turning to look at Izzy, though at this moment in the English dub, Izzy's voice is heard. It is unclear whether this is meant to be Izzy speaking or Joe speaking with a different voice actor. Did you follow that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
The background music for the English dub is different to the original Japanese episode. In fact, different music is used throughout the series and in all the others as well. This music, of course, provided by Saban Entertainment, was used as originally for Masked Rider.
All right.
Yeah. It's very weird to watch an episode of Masked Rider now and hear like the Digimon music.
Yeah.
And like, cause it's even like the stuff that sounds like it's the theme song to Digimon, like the dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
but like it's not. And it's just that music playing on Masked Rider. And it's like, what the hell is happening? This is weird. It throws me off. That's why I don't watch Masked Rider anymore. In the original episode, the insert song Braveheart is played for the first time.
I can't remember it.
I don't either. I was about
You're
to go
looking
into.
at me. I'm like, I don't know.
Nah, I was about to go into like the theme song to Dragon Ball Super. I was like, that's definitely not it. In the original episode, during the Koromon Agumon Digivolution sequence, Chika Sakamoto voices Koromon with Agumon's pitch. This is fixed in later episodes. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say the same voice actor portrayed the Digimon through every level.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they looked like. So, like, obviously, Koromon going all the way up to, like, War Greymon. Like, very different, you know? But I'm pretty sure that's the way it was in the original Japanese. Could be wrong. Again, let me know in chat. I would be happy to correct it. Now, let's get into That's Just Prime, the best quotes and lines of this episode.
Well, that's just prime.
All right. So, first off, we've got Ty. That's home, planet Earth, but I'm not sure that's where I am right now. Oh, by the way, my name's Ty, and this is Sora. She's okay for a girl. And Matt's too cool. Just look at that haircut. And this little kid is Izzy. He should have gone to computer camp. That's Mimi. I bet you'll guess her favorite color on the first try. TK is Matt's dopey little brother. Oh, and this is Joe. But don't ever scare him. He'd probably wet his pants. He'll never touch a vagina.
Oh, my Lord.
That's right. It's that kind of show, everybody. Lastly, we got Ty again after it snowed at the camp. Needless to say, the canoe races were canceled. I love like the stupid throwaway jokes that they have.
Yes.
Like those crack me up. Especially there's one where I think it was in the movie was it not Armadillomon, but is it Drillmon, I think is his name. And he goes like, howdy. And Cody's like, he's not that animated. And like, I remember watching the movie in theaters, and there was these two guys that I thought was really weird being there because they were like almost 40. And now here I am almost 40 watching Digimon, but I digress. And they fucking lost it at that line. They thought that was the most funniest thing they'd ever heard in their lives. And I just remember being weirded out by that because I was 12 and there was two 40-year-olds like sitting back there being like, oh shit, that's funny. I mean, they're probably actually really cool now to think about. You know what one of those guys went on to be?
What?
David Boreanaz.
Wow.
I was going to say Johnny Young Bosch and I couldn't remember Johnny. It's
Holy crap.
All right, we got Koromon. Maggie, you want to be Koromon?
Yeah. Ty, yoo-hoo, Ty.
Yeah, I'm okay. Huh? Ah, that is the last time I ate camp food. Now we got Mortymon. Do you want to be Mortymon or you want?
Mortymon. Do I have a decent voice for him? Or
I mean, I can do it.
you can do it.
Mortymon, for having two long legs, you boys are awfully slow. I lost it. I lost it. Immediately lost it. Ty, so just when we make some pretty cool friends, we all take a plunge, never to see each other again? I don't think so, but find out for yourselves next time on Digimon Digital Monsters. If they ever need if Joshua Seth ever kicks the bucket and they need a voice actor for Ty, I think I could step into the role. I think I could do it.
Okay.
I'm Ty.
No.
Hey, Mimi. Can I see your Digimon analyzer?
No.
Can I slide my crest into your
Slot?
Yeah. I got a D3 for you.
Disney?
Duck, dodge, and dive. The 3 Ds. If you're going to dodge a wrench, you're going to dodge a ball. All right. Now let's get into Digimon References. Part of a bigger world, you just don't know it yet.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah. So, this is where Digimon will be referencing places and things outside of the show. This is where those references will be brought up. So, a little bit different from like continuity, where it's like specifically in Digimon. This is going to be things that are outside Digimon that they reference. So, 6 of the children attend Odaiba Elementary in Odaiba, while TK attends Kawada Elementary in Nagano. I think those are like
actual
real
places,
yeah. I mean, I know the places are real. I think the schools themselves are real also. Could be wrong. Joe's introduction at the beginning of the episode has been cut from some DVD releases. He might wet his pants. That's probably why.
Wow.
I remember when I got the season 2 DVDs and like legit one of the episodes opens and it still has like the TVY7 burned in on it. Like those old DVD releases were hot trash, just terrible. I'm so glad that they've got the new Blu-rays that like where they redid everything. It looks so good.
Yes, it does. It's so nice.
Like we talked about this in our other streams that we did earlier this week, but I got the season 1 Blu-ray and man, it's in high def. They went back, they re-edited everything. They put the voice tracks back over. They rescanned it so that like the fidelity is there, and it
Yeah.
just, oh my god, it looks so good. Very highly recommended if you are a fan of Digimon. I highly recommend checking it out. Obviously, if you don't want to do that, Crunchyroll is also a good place to check it out for sure.
Hello, Dominic Sanchez.
Hey, Dominic Sanchez, what is up? That's it.
That's it.
All right.
Sorry.
Now let's get into the Talon mix. Remy Zero!
Hey, I like these guys. Yeah. Remy Zero!
Yeah, I did.
You've got one in there. So this will be the music that is featured in the episode. We're not going to mention the theme song every time, but we'll mention it here because this is the first time we're listening to it. So the song Digimon Are the Champions by Paul Gordon. This was the theme song for the first 3 seasons of Digimon, where they had slight changes. In the second season, of course, they replaced, it says Digivolve into Champions, Armor Digivolve instead of Digivolve in the Ultimate. And then in the 3rd season, it's like got a bit more of like a rock kick to it.
Yeah.
Like it's got a little bit more of a guitar. I'm very excited for us to get to season 3. Like Tamers is going to be a fun season because I haven't watched that in full ever.
Yeah.
And I haven't rewatched it since the first time it aired on Fox Kids. Which again, that's going to be after Try and everything. Like we're sticking with Adventure all the way through. Like we're riding this bullet train straight to hell. All right, like we are going there, and then we'll get into Tamers, and we'll see how that goes. So now it's time for Next Time on Digimon.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
That's right. Next week we've got Season 1, Episode 2. The Birth of Greymon.
Greymon. I'm Greymon now.
Let me just tell you again.
Agumon's dead.
Let me just tell you, in the theater, watching when he first Digivolves into Greymon, and it's so fucking loud. The bass was turned up so high, it like rattled my chest when he said,
I'm Greymon now.
It was the best fucking thing in the world. I was like, yes, fuck yes. And then he beat the shit out of that parrot. It was amazing. I loved it so much.
In chat, let me see. Because I know y'all said a lot of stuff, and I just wanted him to be able to get through this. This is our first time.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
So.
We can get caught up.
Let's see. Game City Saver says she says I am trash, but she listens to Takashi. B, you lost me. Fair weather, wishy washy. I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I'm sorry.
Also, Game City Saver says Lifesaver. Same. I didn't understand why it shared a name with a candy.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see. Matt ZR says, doesn't help that Masked Rider was generally bad, not to mention Furbus.
Oh, God, Furbus.
He also says, yep, Matt, pretty certain that's correct in the original version with each Digimon line keeping the same voice, whereas with the dub, that only applies to the Gabumon line.
Gabumon. Matt, I am your friend, Matt.
Game C Savior says,
Blue Blaster.
Leave the Digimon canon alone in live action and just have original characters for the movie, but the same Digimon partners
I'd be okay
partners
with that.
up with the new kids and mentions they were former partners, Ty, and etc.
I'd probably be okay with that. Yeah, that'd be cool. I definitely want to see just Greymon in live action. Like, it can't be that hard.
And Game C Saver says, on my VHS, Gabumon says Naked Digimon. They took it out on DVD and etc.
Naked Digimon?
Yeah.
In what episode? I might have that. I have a few of the
You
VHS
probably
tapes.
do, yeah.
Like they had like the big thick plastic shells to them, you know? God. And you know, I never bought Digimon the movie on VHS. It was the first DVD I ever bought.
Aw.
And it was in 4x3. So I've yet to see Digimon the movie in widescreen since the theaters. We're talking like 20 years. I haven't seen it in widescreen. I've only seen it in 4x3. Pan and scan. Get that fucking shit out of here.
Oh, Maggie missed my Digimon, you mean? Digimon, you mean? Comment thing where Matt was trying. Oh, where he's trying to say Drillmon. It's
Digimon. That's right. Digimon.
Sorry
Thank
about-
you.
Matt Zero.
Howdy.
What I like when I'm like trying to like glance and read, it looks with my astigmatism, I guess, coming into play.
Yeah.
It looks like Digimon.
Yeah.
I
And
was like, "What are you saying that for, man?"
and obviously, if we do miss anything in chat, feel free to repost it. It's totally fine. We won't think anything about you.
No.
Obviously, trying to do the show and read and everything,
Yeah.
it can be fun, but
Yeah.
you know how it goes.
Oh yeah, especially last night. Good God.
Especially when the blowjob bucket gets involved. All right, everybody. Again, this is just for the podcast, not for the stream. So everybody, stay tuned. All right, that is going to wrap it up for us, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our first ever episode of My Adventures with Digimon. We hope you enjoyed this. We would like for you to call in and leave your voicemails. Maggie, if you'll hit the slide for us.
Oh, yeah.
You can leave us your voicemails with your thoughts about the next episode of Digimon. We'll play them in the next podcast episode. So
What it does this.
What?
It's trying to focus because it's white.
Oh, yeah. So you can call us at 1-423-403-4162. Currently, that is U.S. only. So I'm not sure about international rates and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So just so you know. But yeah, leave us a voicemail and we will include you in a segment next week on Digimon. We're going to be talking about Season 1, Episode 2, The Birth of Greymon. Remember that you can get a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime by using the link in the description of this episode. And if you want to help support the podcast, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. But that's going to wrap it up for us today. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
bye. Okay, we're still here.
We're still
That
here.
was just the podcast ending. Don't worry. We're about to roll into Sailor Moon, so don't even worry, dogs.
Barf.
Let us know in the chat. What'd you think about the first episode?
Yeah.
Let us know if the bumpers, how you liked those going in. I gotta say, you can go to the next slide.
Okay.
That's gonna be the podcast artwork, by the way.
Yeah.
This is what it'll look like when we post it on like Spotify and stuff like that. You may recognize this scene from the movie. It's the movie. But no, like I was saying, I worked on those bumpers a little bit. I have a lot of fun doing those. The one with Brock that says
chili donut.
yeah. That one cracked me up. Like it really, I don't know. Every time I watched it to make sure it worked, I sat there chuckling. It was good. And of course, we got some really fun ones for the Sailor Moon podcast coming up. It's gonna be good.
Oh. I'm nervous.
About Sailor Moon?
Yeah.
Hey, you got it. Now, you're hosting.
Yes.
Maggie's gonna pull hosting duties for Sailor Moon.
That's why I'm nervous.
Are you wanting me to still hit the buttons?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Gotcha. I can
I'm
do that.
afraid I'll break it.
He wouldn't break it.
I'm afraid I'll break it.
But no, I'll hit the buttons for you. So,
Okay.
do you want?
Can I have the thingamabobber?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Do you want to do like the opening, like "Hello, everybody," or do you want me to handle that?
You still handle that.
Okay, I can do it. I
Oh
can
my
do
God.
it, everybody. What?
Come on.
You can just hit the
bruh.
button. You hit the button at the
This
top.
button?
No, the top.
This one?
Yeah, the trigger.
Ah.
Yeah. It's so much easier.
Okay.
Let's see. LOL. Digimon names are weird like that, especially since most keep the original names. Matt was sick.
Six.
Called Gabumon took off his fur. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
now.
Because I always wondered what he looked like.
Yeah.
You know, we never really see Gabumon without his fur,
No.
and like I always wondered, like, does he just look like Agumon but with a horn? You know, is
Yeah.
he like a horny Gabumon? Agumon? Damn it, I ruined that joke. Like I didn't even get past the first part of the joke and I ruined it. God. Yeah. All right, everybody. We're gonna roll into the Sailor Moon section here. So get ready. This is gonna be a fun one.
Oh boy.
I'm excited. You're gonna do great, Maggie. I mean, hey, It's no different.
I know.
It's just, you know.
I get to talk more though.
It's honestly it's easier because you have a prompter to tell you what to
that's
say. So it makes it so much easier.
Yes, it does.
That being said, do you want me to keep an eye on the chat? Like we want to reverse roles here.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to close out chat so that I don't.
You're gonna close it out completely?
No. Like
Just
I
so
made
that
it
you're not-
disappear so that I don't. My ADD will kick in. So.
Hey, Jerriana, you're ADD.
Yeah. I'm pretty certain I have it, man.
ADHD?
No, ADD.
Isn't ADD add?
Yeah, honey, but it's attention deficit disorder.
Oh.
ADHD is attention deficit hyperactive.
Oh, I thought it was like high definition. I'm joking.
What's
I'm
up?
joking. Jerriana in chat saying, "Go Maggie," and dropping the Maggie faces. You know what? I'm gonna
let
do that
Maggie
too.
host.
Let Maggie host. Here we go. Here, and I'm gonna put my own in here. I'm gonna be like,
Thanks, Jerry Nana.
"You got it, Mags." There you go.
Mags.
Hopefully, awesome. Just said that in the chat. Look at that.
Oh my god, I feel so honored. Oh my gosh.
That's right. Hopefully,
they said
awesome.
my name.
Say my name. Say my... All right, you ready?
All right. Yes, I'm ready.
So I'm gonna do the full intro and everything.
Yes.
All right, here we go, everybody. Buckle up because it's time for. Do you remember the name of this? Sailor Moon's Cosmic Power Rewind. All right, here we go. I'll try and remember to say that. Here we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully awesome.
That's right. A positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is... Ooh, Sailor Moon. That's right, everybody. This is
The
Sailor Moon Cosmic Power Rewind. That's right. We definitely worked hard to remember that name. Our weekly podcast where we revisit Sailor Moon from the beginning, week by week, episode by episode. Remember, if you'd like to support the channel, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome or join us as a member right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. Get your name in every episode like those fine folks did. You can also get access to Google Drives and all that fun stuff. Remember, this episode is also brought to you in part by Amazon Prime, a free 30-day trial. We'll tell you more about that here in just a bit. Maggie, it is our first ever episode of the Sailor Moon podcast.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm nervous.
Hey, that's okay. You know, Maggie's pulling hosting duties for Hopefully Awesome for the first time. And I'm just going to say it. You're not going to live up to me.
No, I'm not.
I'm joking.
I'm not. I don't have the charisma and confidence
Nah,
that you
Maggie,
just bleed out all
Maggie,
the time.
you
Just
do
oozing with it.
you do your fair share of bleeding, okay?
Oh my god.
That's definitely not gonna make the final episode.
It's not.
That shit's getting cut immediately.
Yeah, it is. Oh yes.
All right, everybody. So yeah, first ever episode of Sailor Moon. It's exciting.
Yes.
Of course, we
Long time coming.
Oh yeah, you've been wanting to do this since like we first launched Hopefully Awesome.
Yeah.
I remember. Do you remember when we first did the Hopefully Awesome show, the Saturday morning super show?
Oh Jesus.
And I was gonna make a segment called Maggie's Anime Corner.
Yeah.
And the theme song was gonna be I still remember it was the Beatles, like, what is it? Hey there, Maggie, Maggie, you have enough down away. You know that song? You know that song.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know.
But it's like, it's Maggie's anime. She's telling it all today. It's something like that.
Oh.
And then we never
We didn't
do it. Yeah.
Because we would mow and we'd eat the lawn before going live on Twitch and
On
come
Slim
back in
Fast, and we were
on
just
Slim
dead.
Fast and we're losing our minds and
Freaking mental
God.
breakdowns.
What a time to be alive then.
So Maggie, this being the first episode of the Sailor Moon podcast, what is your history with Sailor Moon?
Well, knowing like how Sailor Moon started and stuff with the manga, it started like back in the late 80s, I believe. Then it got picked up to be animated in I believe, or 93. I can't remember. We'll see it here in a minute.
Yeah.
And then Dic picked it up for English
Yeah.
in like 90 something. But I didn't get to watch it until it started airing on Toonami.
Ah, yes, Toonami, the goat
Yes.
of 90s anime. Let's be honest.
And I think that was like 6th grade, I believe, for me.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with it. I wanted the manga, but the manga that I have from back then is apparently extremely rare and expensive.
Wait,
Yeah,
like we could make money off of it?
probably.
What the hell? What are we? Why are we saying to be selling that thing
I can't
yet?
let go of it. It's so I've used it so much.
It's okay. I get it. I wouldn't either.
But like I'd have those books, and then like just it seemed like back then, especially around in the area that I grew up in, like anime wasn't really big.
Yeah. No.
And I felt like I
remember.
had to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
While I was in middle school, like maybe a few other people knew I watched it, but that was like it. Like
Yeah.
I felt like kind of ashamed.
Dude, no, I completely understand. That's how I was with Power Rangers. Like for the longest time, I was so like embarrassed that I was watching Power Rangers, and
Yeah.
like just had to keep it completely hush hush.
So and as I got older and stuff, I still followed it. I remember crying after one episode in the Sailor Moon S arc. I remember bawling my eyes out and calling my friend after it aired on Toonami. We was both crying on the phone together, like, why did they do this so
Oh, that's awesome.
But you know, the more I got into the manga and stuff, I found out more about other Sailor Scouts, and especially how the creator of Sailor Moon, she's very inspired by fashion back in the 80s and 90s and stuff. Because she's got one spread, and one of them that she made all their outfits after some famous fashion designer. It was really cool.
Wow, that is cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I can't pronounce her name correctly, so everybody please bear with me.
You're fine.
But yeah, I'm really excited about this. This is something that I've always loved.
Yeah.
And like in any time I find out, like I think I had a student one year, his now dad, it's his stepdad.
Yeah.
He came in with a Luna toboggan.
Oh my god.
And I stopped dead in my tracks. I looked at him. I was like, "You're the coolest." And he's like, "What?" I said, "Your toboggan. Sailor Moon's the best. I love your toboggan."
That's awesome.
And he's like, "Yeah, I love it too. We're getting him to watch it too." I was like, "Oh, that's great."
Well, I remember when we first started dating, you had told me about a few different anime that I should check out.
Yeah.
Because obviously we were friends before we dated, and
Mhm.
so I knew that you were into anime and stuff. We had kind of talked about like Ghibli films and things. And, the first anime you got me to watch was Sword Art Online, which I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that a lot.
God, man.
And then I wanted you to go watch Digimon Tri premiere with me. And so we made a deal where you would watch Digimon if I would watch Sailor Moon. And I remember trying to watch the original Sailor Moon, the ones that we're watching now. And it was...
it's hard.
It was a bit hard, yeah.
It's hard.
But then you told me that Crystal existed. And so we got further in Crystal.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't that I didn't enjoy it. It's just, it was one of those where things kept coming up, and
Yeah.
like I was in a space where like I was just rewatching stuff I'd watched before. I wasn't really watching new things at the time. So like that's the kind of the main reason I didn't really get into it. But Sailor Moon just like barely missed me. Like I was, obviously I watched Pokemon and Digimon, Dragon Ball Z. And then like when Sailor Moon really started hitting along that time, is when I kind of started dipping out of
Yeah.
Toonami, unfortunately. So like I barely missed Sailor Moon. Like I was never against it, like, oh, this is a girls anime, like it was never anything
Yeah.
like that. It was just more,
Yeah.
I was watching other stuff at that point.
my brother, when he was in college, one of his really good friends, he didn't know it whenever they were talking and hanging out and stuff, that he was a Sailor Moon fan. And I think he like mentioned it. My brother went, "Oh my God, my sister loves Sailor Moon."
Yeah.
And, they kind of got to talking about it. And then he said, like, one day he's like, I had to stop by his apartment, and I walked in and there's like all this anime stuff, but it's mostly Sailor Moon stuff. And I didn't realize how much of a fanatic he was. I said, why didn't I get to meet him? Why didn't I get to meet him whenever you lived up there? I said, I would have loved like just staring at all that stuff if he would let me into his apartment.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, especially like because I felt so ashamed. Like Ron would help me try to find my brother.
Yeah.
Find Sailor Moon stuff, and he did help me find the last movie I needed.
Oh, that's awesome.
He helped me out with that. I remember holding it on the way home. I was like, I cannot wait to watch it. I cannot. And Ron's like, I'll watch it with you. I said, are you sure about that? And also when I turned 13, I woke up the morning of my 13th birthday, and he had made me a giant card.
Oh.
And he somehow found a giant coloring felt poster at Walmart of Sailor Moon. And
oh, wow.
Yeah. I think I still have it, like where I colored it in and stuff. I was so excited. I was like, I love this so much. Thank you.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So you've always been into Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Like it's a pretty, like it feels like Sailor Moon for you is like what Power Rangers was for me. Like it's very formidable.
Yes.
Yes. We'll say that's the right word.
Yeah.
We'll say that's what I'm looking for. Let's get caught up on chat here real quick. We got Game City Savior in the chat saying, I tried to watch Sailor Moon these last couple of years, but kept restarting. Haven't really seen it since the original Dic airing. So this will be fun. Matt ZR says, I think Sailor Moon might have been my first anime.
Oh, that's great.
So you're in good company. Game City Savior says, Moon, Mercury, and Jupiter are my favorite. Years later, I learned Mercury is a Gemini planet. So that's cool. Most liked blue characters. We were on the school bus on the way home during Toonami just in time for DBZ, but always missed Sailor Moon.
Yeah. Whenever they changed the times, like, because used to, I could get off the bus and watch Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
And then they switched it, and it tore me to pieces. It started at 3:30, and I was on the bus at that time. So guess what I got my mom to do?
VCR.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what you gotta do, man.
So
VCR is coming in clutch.
Oh my gosh. And I remember one time she forgot to hit record, and it
devastating.
Yes. It destroyed me, which luckily I
would have cried. Honestly, I would have cried.
I think at that point it wasn't any of the new episodes.
Yeah.
I think it was just like a rerun of like something from like the
but
very
still
beginning.
Back then, like if you missed one, you may not ever see it again, you know? Ever.
Yeah.
Like the Master Rider crossover with Power Rangers, where it's like it's once and it's done.
It's done.
We also got Game City Saver said the day they played the Digimon short in Japan is the same day the first Yu-Gi-Oh short played.
Ooh.
That's another one we should get into. I'm joking. We're not. We're not.
I don't.
We watched that guy do like the 12-hour video about
Jordan Fringe.
Yeah, and he's fantastic.
Yes, he is.
Like that. It's a great video.
But my God,
there's no way we could watch it.
There's so many side plots.
I will say though, we did watch Yu-Gi-Oh the movie.
Like, it holds up.
It's actually decent. like we hadn't seen it. We was expecting garbage because it's got like
garbage.
a 5 on Rotten Tomatoes or something. like 5%. You know, like low. And it was decent. I mean, it's Yu-Gi-Oh. Like it's straight up the anime, but like I don't know, it was fine. I liked it better than like Pokemon 3. You know. Now, of course, Digimon was the best of all of them, but I digress.
Okay.
So now that we're caught up on chat,
all right, let's get into this. Excuse me. This is the first episode of Sailor Moon Cosmic Power Rewind.
Sailor Moon.
All right. This
favorite.
is Sailor Moon Season 1, Episode 1, The Crybaby Usagi's Beautiful Transformation. Special thanks to SailorMoon.fandom.com and IMDb for this week's episode summaries and more. Oh, and I forgot. I have to thing. See?
You're doing great.
This is Episode 1 overall. Original air date in Japan was March 7th, 1992. I got them mixed up.
Oh, wow.
And with Dic Dub, it was September 11th, 1995.
September 11th.
I know.
Never forget the launch of Sailor Moon in 1995.
So, like, when people say, oh, I've watched this since 1995, I'm like, how'd you get it in 1995?
It was in Canada. They were just
Yeah.
badass motherfuckers.
Let's see. Oh, okay. I see what you did there. Previous episode, first episode.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
The writer was Sukehiro Tamada and directed by Junichi Sato.
We might stop doing the
Yes,
written and directed
I'm
by.
butchering it.
I mean, I'm right there with you with Digimon.
Yes.
It's impossible. It's not impossible.
No,
we
it's
just
not.
suck. We suck. That's
I need
the thing.
to look it up and learn to pronounce it correctly.
I think maybe we should commit and we should do the Duolingo.
Okay.
Learn Japanese. I mean, we're wanting to go to Japan one day anyway.
Yeah.
Let's
All
do
right.
it. Let's commit.
Here we go. Synopsis of episode 1 by IMDb. Everyday average girl Usagi is about to have her life changed. On the way to school, late as usual, she spots a group of boys picking on a cat. She rushes to its rescue and saves the cat. After saving the cat and pulling a bandage off of her head, Usagi sees a crescent on the cat's forehead and then the cat runs off. Usagi continues to school and her day goes downhill. To cheer her up, Naru, Usagi's best friend, takes her to her mother's jewelry store for a sale. When Usagi gets home, the cat comes to her window for a visit. The cat tells Usagi that she is the one she was searching for. Usagi freaks out over the talking cat. Luna the cat gives Usagi a brooch that she can use to transform into a magical hero. After transforming, Usagi discovers that her friend Naru is in danger and goes to save her as her new hero self, Sailor Moon. Usagi must learn her magic powers and gain control over them. This is Sailor Moon Season 1, Episode 1, The Crybaby Usagi's Beautiful Transformation. Matt,
Yes.
what did you think of this episode?
Oh, Maggie, man, let me tell you, it was good. Honestly, like, here's the thing. I actually really enjoyed the first episode. I've seen it probably 2 or 3 times at this point. Because there was the time I tried to watch it on my own. Then Crystal pretty much is almost a 1-to-1 recreation of those. Like, there's some differences, but like the basic story. So like revisiting it this time, you know, I kind of knew what to expect, but looking at it through the eyes of like for the podcast or whatever, I really liked that it was solely focused on Usagi. I thought that, you know, for a show that's about like a big group of characters, right? I mean, at the very least, we have 5 eventually, right? And I know there only gets to be more and more after that. So for them to take like the whole first episode and just focus on just Usagi and really build her character up, like, I appreciated that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, compared to like Digimon, where we're, you know, learning all 7 of these kids at the same time, like, being able to really just say, okay, here's Usagi. I also like that Usagi kind of sucks a little. Like, I mean, like, she's great. Don't get me wrong.
She's a 14-year-old girl.
Yes, and they nailed that part of her for sure. It's definitely, you know, seeing her. She's not a perfect character.
No.
You know, like, she has flaws. And I thought all that was really well handled. There was some stuff that was maybe a little cheesy, you know.
Yeah,
but
comes. Yeah.
I mean, the first episode's always gonna be, you know. I mean, looking at the first episode of Power Rangers or Pokemon, like, there's some cheese, you know.
Yeah.
But I will say the thing that struck me, like, that I actually really liked this time around that I didn't really notice the first few times is just how like grotesque the bad guys are. Like, especially like the one that's pretending to be her mom, like her friend's mom.
Yeah.
Like, that's really fucking creepy looking,
Yeah,
you know?
and,
Like, they did a really good job
yeah,
with that.
and the monsters that they do
Yeah.
each episode, they start looking pretty gross
Yeah.
and creepy.
Which I love.
In later seasons, the way the monsters appear
Yeah.
is really weird as well.
It reminded me, like, as a lifelong Power Ranger fan, it reminded me a lot of early
Yeah.
Power Rangers. You know, you get the monster of the week. They have to power up and, you know, do the big move or whatever. I did find it funny that Tuxedo Mask. Like, I know the meme.
There's the meme. He
He's
doesn't
like-
do a damn thing.
He literally
God.
did nothing. But that's what was funny about it, you know? I'm also, like, me and you talked a little bit about this, but, like, the whole Sailor V side of things, like, I wish that there was, like, a side anime that, like, covered Sailor V
Yeah.
stuff, you know? Almost like the history of Trunks or something.
Yeah.
Seeing as how Sailor V already exists,
Yeah.
you know, when we first start Sailor
Yeah.
Moon, it's just interesting that, you know, the character, like, typically you would see this character be like the first one,
Yeah.
right? And so just kind of, I just wish we could get more info. I know I could obviously read.
Yeah.
I could read the manga, but I ain't gonna read. Like, come on,
The manga's
What
not
do I
that
look
long.
like? Come on, get out of here.
I think it's like the last time I looked, I think it was like 3 books, but it's not that bad.
The Sailor V.
Yeah,
Wow, so it's 3 books. I thought it was just one
Yeah.
book.
I think it's 3. They might have made it into 1 book at some point.
Right.
But yeah, like I feel I'll have to look into it. I'm not gonna
You're fine.
Say
Not gonna
anything else.
speculate.
no. All right. You ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. But first, this episode is brought to you by part of a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime. Have you ever wanted access to a world of entertainment, speedy deliveries, and exclusive deals? With Amazon Prime, you can get all that and more.
Ooh.
Stream thousands of movies and TV shows, like The Boys. And also, you can get a free trial of Crunchyroll, apparently, through...
A free trial in the free trial?
Yeah,
Hot damn.
2 for 1. Listen to ad-free music and enjoy unlimited reading. Plus, with Prime's fast and free shipping, you'll never have to wait long for your orders. Ready to experience the best of Amazon?
I sure am.
Use our link in the description of this episode to sign up for a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime today. Discover all the benefits and see how it can make your life easier and more enjoyable. Don't miss out on this hopefully awesome opportunity. And now, back to the show.
You said hopefully awesome opportunity. That's the name of our channel.
I said the thing.
You said the thing. I guess I'll have to be Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Also, I'm just throwing this out here. We are not watching the Dic version because it's like basically lost media in some ways now. So I'm just saying we're watching the Viz Media dub.
Yeah, Viz Media Dub.
I meant to have that said out loud from the get-go.
Hey, no worries.
All right. Now it's time.
Well,
sorry.
real quick. No, you're good. Before we get into the next segment, we'll get caught up on chat real quick. Matt ZR said, thankfully, the Power Rangers Master Rider crossover isn't so limited nowadays. I agree, and I am thankful. I actually have it on DVD now. Bobby Moore in chat gives us some thumbs up. Says we need a Sailor Moon and a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers crossover movie. Hell yeah, we do. I'd
Be
watch the
very
shit out of that.
interesting.
I think Power Rangers would work really well as an anime. You know, especially if you could do it like in the style of like the Boom comics. I feel like that'd be really good. Matt ZR also in chat says, when I saw Crystal and the Viz Media redub, it took me a while to get used to hearing Usagi.
Same here. Crystal didn't bother me too much because it's a different animation style. But like whenever I tried to listen to the Viz dub first, I was like, no, can't do it.
Yeah.
Never will.
It always weirds me out whenever I
same.
hear the other actors do like the Digimon voices, especially in like Try.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know those voices like the back of my hand, you know? And like hearing somebody else, it's hard.
It's kind of like whenever I hear this Luna speak in the Viz Media dub, I still miss the Dic one because she was older sounding.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I was just like, this isn't Luna. All right. You ready?
I'm ready, Maggie.
War, what is it good for? Sorry.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
That's right, everybody. Maggie, what is war? What is it good for?
This is how the plot has progressed this week.
Okay.
Usagi gets cosmic powers and is told she's the guardian Sailor Moon. Luna tells her about finding the Moon Princess and other Sailor Scouts. Usagi has to believe in herself in order to save others. We find out about the Dark Kingdom and Queen Beryl. They are needing energy from humans for their master. We also meet our first Dark Kingdom member, Jadeite.
The Master Bader?
No. Just master.
Do we know who their master is? I guess we're not
she
supposed
says,
to know yet.
Queen Beryl says master. She didn't say the name of it yet.
Could it be Satan?
No.
No, I like it.
All right. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
All right. There's quite a few.
Now, Maggie, this being our first episode, do you want to inform everybody
yes.
what Welcome to the Party Pal is?
Welcome to the Party Pal is characters that we meet in the episodes,
Okay.
probably for the first time,
Yes.
or first time and the only time.
Yes. First time in a long time,
Yeah.
and only
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That are important. Like,
Yes.
obviously, fucking Brainy. We don't have to mention him even though he's in here. I know that's not his name.
No.
That's
but
what I
he's-
call him. Hey, girls, it's me. You want to see my D3?
Shut up.
My name's Melvin.
Okay.
Peter! It's Peter!
I had control. All right. Well, of course, we meet Usagi Sakino, which is also Sailor Moon. Luna, the talking cat. Mamoru Chiba, which is Tuxedo Mask. Naru Asuka, that's Sailor Moon's best friend. Umino is the annoying nerdy guy.
Melvin.
Iku I can't say it.
Ikuku?
Ikuku is Sailor Moon's
Tsukino?
mom. Shingo is Sailor Moon's brother. Haruna Sakuruda, Mayumi Osaka, Morga, which is the bad guy, Queen Beryl, and Jadeite.
So, did they not change the names for the dubs?
Viz Media, they did not change the names.
Okay.
Dic did, but I'll get into that here in a bit.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
All right, now it's time to talk about Creep of the Week.
Major funky.
Yeah.
Our Creep of the Week is Morga. And
Maggie?
this is where
Yes.
we will talk about the monster or creep, because most of the time the Sailor Scouts call them creeps.
You're a creep.
That the bad guys always make up.
Can we put Melvin on the list?
No, we can't.
He's a creep.
It's Umino. Just so let
So
everybody
I
know.
creep. Yeah.
And Morga also takes the place of Naru's mom. Like, she becomes a version of Naru's mom, and then
Part where she like turns her head around.
oh yeah,
Freak me
man,
out.
how the face is also drawn.
I feel like, okay, everybody stick with me for a second.
Oh god.
All right. I feel like Robert Rodriguez watched this
Yeah,
and used it as inspiration for From Dusk Till Dawn.
he probably did.
Because, like, those vampires
Mm-hmm.
look a lot like Morga.
Very much.
All right? A lot. Do you remember when we watched that the first time?
Yes.
Like, I knew what was coming.
no, I didn't
Like,
know.
you
it was
had
going.
no idea.
No, I didn't. I went, what?
I was like, surprise, asshole. It's a vampire movie. It's so good.
So, Matt,
Yes, Maggie.
where would we rank Morga as the creep of the week?
Well, I did enjoy her look. I thought she was scary. Giving jewels away was nice.
Yeah. But
would
they're
say-
still expensive.
Yeah. And I am curious how Usagi's best friend's mother is going to deal with the fallout of going into bankruptcy. I doubt that'll be covered. So I'm going to say number one.
Yeah. Okay. Number 1, Morga for Creep of the Week.
I like it.
All right, now we move on to Dic.
Dick.
I love it so much. All right, in this segment, the Dic Dub, as it's called, I'm going to dive into what all they changed
Between the original and the Dic Dub.
between where they got it from Japan to when Dic got their hands on the rights.
So this is not
This
the Viz Media dub
No.
changes. This is specifically the 90s
No.
Dic Dub.
Matsy, I caught your comment. Viz Media really wanted to keep everything as faithful as possible. They literally took that to heart. I agree.
Nice.
They really
That's
did.
good,
From the
honestly.
names and stuff, they did right. However, Dic,
Dic, not so
There's-
much, huh?
there is so much.
Would you
Okay.
say that Dic acted like a couple of dicks?
Yes. All right. Episode title in the Dic version was "A Moon Star Is Born."
Ah, boo!
Yeah.
When I was copying that over, I didn't realize it's
yeah.
a pun on the movie A Star Is Born.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then
I hate that.
also in the dub, 1 minute and 20 seconds of information from the episode Usagi's Awakening, a message from the distant past, was inserted into this episode, explaining all the past stuff, the Silver Millennium, long before it was explained in the original. So, like in America, when I started watching it, I got to know all about Queen Serenity and all this crap beforehand. So yeah, so they took like a very long clip from one episode way far away from us right now
Yeah.
and put it at the beginning of this episode.
That's really odd.
Yeah.
Like, to make it easier to follow, I guess?
Yeah.
In their opinion.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really stupid.
Also, here's some more changes that they did.
All right.
Usagi's introduction at the beginning of the episode was cut out. Usagi's mom woke Usagi up in
So
the
wait. What do you mean? It was...
she said, "I'm 14 years old," and
They didn't include that?
No.
So they added all this crap about Silver Millennium, but they but
Yeah.
you don't need to know who the fuck the main character is.
Yes, Matsy, our Dic butchered it. They
God.
did, man.
God
Like,
almighty.
Okay, Usagi's mom woke Usagi up in the original, but that was edited to an alarm clock waking her up instead.
But if she was late,
Yeah.
why would her?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
The,
gonna stop questioning every single thing because it sounds like they're just morons.
apparently they shortened the scene of Usagi taking the bandage off of Luna. In the original Japanese, Usagi's teacher, Miss Haruna, had Usagi stand in the hallway as discipline for being late to school. A scene that was cut out in the English dub.
Huh. Now wait, do we think that the reason why they cut out these bits and pieces was to make room for the Silver Millennium
Probably,
stuff?
yes. And also, it's frowned upon in like English schools to make to punish students like that.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Huh.
The scene of Usagi, Umino, and Naru talking about Sailor V was cut out.
Yeah, because that's not important to the show.
The all important to Mamoru was cut out, or he calls her
Bunhead.
Well, in the Dic version, he calls her Meatball Head because Bunhead would not been acceptable because we wouldn't have understood as English people.
But I mean,
Yeah.
we have like hamburger buns.
Stop.
But I'm just saying, like, bun transcends like countries.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, come on,
I
come
know.
on.
Anyways, her mom scolding her for bad grades and Usagi mimicking the Sailor V kick at Shingo were edited out. A scene of Morga choking Naru was cut out because that would imply your mom is choking a child.
That makes sense.
A scene of a girl going after Sailor Moon with a broken glass bottle, causing her to slam into a blue pillar, was replaced by one of Morga coming at her. Several other cuts were made, and all 2 minutes and 15 seconds were shaved off of this episode.
Dang.
Usagi's failed English test was changed to a failed algebra test.
Why? I mean, because we have English.
But over there, they're learning to speak English.
Yeah, but I mean, like we still have English class.
I know, but
you know? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing that thing where I'm
Yes.
questioning idiots again. I'm sorry.
In the Dic version, she is known as Serena.
Serena.
Serena/Usagi had known about Sailor V for a long time before the series started, but originally she didn't know about Sailor V until Umino, or Melvin in the Dic version, mentioned the name for the first time. Also, Naru's name in the Dic version was Molly.
Now
and
wait.
she had a very New Jersey accent.
Now wait a second. So Sailor Moon, in the version that we watched, didn't know Sailor V until
They started talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But in
And
the Dic version, she knew. Okay.
She was aware of Sailor V.
Gotcha.
Usagi's mother says that Umino's mother called her about the test in the dub. Originally, she says she only bumped into Umino, which is how she found out about the test.
Okay.
Her mother angrily kicks her out of the house upon discovering her failed test in the original. That was edited to her telling Serena, or Usagi, to go to the library to study for a makeup exam in the English dub. Usagi's brother Shingo, Sammy in the English dub. Oh my god, that is
Sammy.
right. I forgot that they changed his name to Sammy.
Slappy Sammy.
Made his first appearance in this episode, but his appearance was cut in the English dub.
Wow.
Yeah, because they cut out where she did the Sailor V kick at him.
So like we just didn't know she had a brother.
No.
Wow.
For Usagi's first encounter with Mamoru, his pet name for her changed to Meatball Head from Dumpling Head, since dumplings are less common in North America. She leaves the encounter finding him cute in the English version, but only a weirdo in the original, which is true.
I like the weirdo version
Yeah.
better.
And then also in the Dic version, the transformation footage changes during the skirt and tiara sequence.
What'd they change?
I think they cut it in such a way because they didn't want to show booty, I guess. I know they changed. Listen, Dic did not like nudity.
Yeah, even though it's not even like really nudity,
No.
because like her whole
No.
body is like a swirl or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, they butchered the crap out of this.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
God, that's crazy.
All right. Now it's time for Can You Spot the Difference?
Sailor Moon!
All right. In this segment, this is comparing the episode, the animated show, I'm sorry, to the manga. So
Gotcha.
I will try not to tarry too long on this.
So this is where the last one was the
Dic.
Dic versus the original.
Yeah.
This is the anime versus the manga.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Yeah.
original anime.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes. All right. So the first episode is based on manga chapter Act 1, Usagi Sailor Moon, but with a few differences. Queen Beryl didn't appear until Act 2. Usagi visited the game center to play the Sailor V game, and Motoki Furuhata made his first appearance, which is the guy that works in the video game store. She has a crush on him. In the anime, Usagi only looks at a poster of Sailor V game outside the game center before continuing to walk home, and Motoki does not make an appearance until the next episode. Usagi has a dream of herself playing in the Sailor V game, taking down a monster and saving Motoki and the cat with a crescent-shaped bald spot. I forgot about that. Luna scratched Usagi in the face twice in the manga. Once after she was stepped on and Usagi kissed her, and the other time was to wake Usagi up to reprimand her for calling her crescent moon a bald spot.
God damn.
Yeah, Luna's
kicking ass.
Luna's a woman. She don't take no sass from anybody. Ikuku was reading a newspaper on Sailor V. She is reading something on the table at the beginning of the episode in the anime, but is unknown as to what it is. Usagi accidentally steps on Luna while running to school in the anime. She saves Luna from children who are tormenting her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they made her almost like like a good
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
It's the save the cat moment
Yes.
that literally saved the cat.
Yep.
Wow, good on them.
Tuxedo Mask did not reveal himself to Sailor Moon until after the Yoma, which is Morga, was defeated. He also did not throw a rose as a distraction. The Yoma Sailor Moon fought was never named. That was just the name of the monsters that the Dark Kingdom gave them.
Gotcha. Was Yoma?
Yoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Though Morga references having Mayumi tied up Naru's mom in the basement, the anime never shows this. The manga, however, did show Mayumi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Yeah. At the end, Usagi out in the hall was overhearing Naru talking about what happened yesterday. Yeah, she goes, yeah, Sailor Moon came and rescued me and my mom and everybody else. It was so cool meeting her. And Usagi's standing on the hall like, that's awesome.
So wait, so that was in the manga?
Yeah.
I wish they would have put that.
Yeah.
That was a good little bit.
Yeah. But it does happen a few more times, like if Naru or Umino ever is safe from Sailor Moon, they go to school the next day and be like, can you believe that Sailor Moon saved me last night? So we do get to see it some in the anime.
Cool. That's cool.
All right. Are you ready for That's Just Prime?
I'm born ready.
Well, that's just prime.
Yeah.
All right.
Maggie, what is That's Just Prime?
I was about to explain it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I've gotten the hang of it, man. This is the quote, I guess say best quotes or quotes that we found interesting or funny.
Best quotes of the episode.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, stop apologizing.
Sorry. This first one's between Usagi and Mamoru.
Okay.
You want to be Mamoru?
I'll be Usagi. I'm joking. I'll be Mamoru.
Okay. All right, here we go. I can't believe this.
Ouch.
Sorry.
A 30? What are you, stupid? You should study harder, dumpling head.
And then, of course, the most famous one. I bet people could probably say this in their sleep. I am Sailor Moon, the pretty soldier of justice. In the name of the moon, I will punish you.
What is the thing that she does?
She does. Let's see. There's
I
more.
thought she did.
There's more.
She did like a thing.
Oh, that's after she transforms.
Okay.
And then,
So it's what?
this.
Did I got it?
Yeah. I was trying to see what she's doing there, but she's doing peace. Wow. All right, let's get into. Wait, did I write something? I can't remember. Okay. Sorry. Let's get into puberty, but with superpowers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bingo.
Big change.
Nailed it.
All right. Puberty with superpowers. We'll talk about like if she gains a new move and if we get a new Sailor Scout, what their powers are and stuff.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Also, if Tuxedo Mask ever does anything.
So never.
Usagi can now transform into the pretty guardian Sailor Moon. The power she used in this episode was her supersonic hearing, which is through the red parts in her buns.
I thought that was just like for looks. I didn't realize they had a purpose.
And screaming with the supersonic thing that only happens there and that's it.
So never again.
Never again.
I wonder if it's because it was annoying as shit.
Probably. And also her main move during this whole arc, Moon Tiara Magic. Her tiara turns into a glowing frisbee of doom. That was my words, personally.
Well done, Maggie. Well done. That's the best way I've ever seen anything described ever. Well done. Very proud of you.
That thing slices through anything.
It does. It does. Glowing frisbee of doom. Yes. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
You're in. I think you've passed up some stuff.
I know.
You're good. It's Sailor Moon. The references.
Yes. Sailor Moon references. Part of a bigger universe. You just don't know yet.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
There it is.
There it is. All right, here we talk about any references, but I feel like I'm going to be repeating myself a lot.
Well, don't. What do you mean?
Like from other parts of that I've already done some segments.
Well, I mean, you don't have to repeat anything.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
This was the first episode of Sailor Moon anime ever, and it was closely oh my lord,
It's based closely upon
I'm
Act
just
1 of the
doing,
manga.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. I got you, boo.
This was the first episode to use Moonlight Legend as the opening theme and Heart Moving as the ending theme. Sailor V appeared in a non-speaking role as part of her daydream, which made her the first Sailor Senshi, which is Scout in Japanese, to appear in the series. She was also the first to appear in the manga and live-action versions.
Live-action version.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to watch the live-action version?
No.
Ah, man.
Luna's a puppet.
That's amazing. I love that.
Awful. Like, I got to watch some of it because, like, people, I guess, like in Canada that got to get a lot of this stuff back in the 90s. They're like, it's so great. And I'm like, watching, I'm like, no, it's not.
Feel free to edit out anything that
Yeah.
you have said before.
Okay. Chiyoko Kawashima, who would later provide the voice of Sailor Pluto, made her first appearance in this episode as Shingo and Haruna. So she is the teacher and Usagi's brother.
Oh, wow.
In the Japanese version. And also there's a book titled on Usagi's dresser. It's Sailor V. It shows it labeled there. So I guess she did know. I don't know. It's still still up in the air if she knows about Sailor V or not.
Maybe she forgot that she knew about it. I mean, Usagi doesn't strike me as the most aware character, you know? Oh, I thought it was Sailor 5. Like, she didn't realize Sailor V was the person because she thought it was a terrible joke. I'm sorry.
Let's get into this. Remy Zero!
Yeah, I like these guys. Yeah. Remy Zero!
I'm
well done.
running out of steam here, guys.
I mean, you've only heard me say it literally 140 times. You're fine. Right. Maggie, I just want to say you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank
you. You're doing a great job. Very proud of you.
My cheeks hurt. I've been smiling so much.
Very proud of you.
All right.
You're doing great.
So, the Sailor Moon theme song, Moonlight oh my lord, I'm gonna butcher this. Denetsu by Takanori Arasawa, which also did the music for Digimon as well.
Oh, like the show?
Mm-hmm.
Like in
Seasons
Japanese?
1 through 3. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there's more to this than meets the eye.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
I didn't either.
Wherever I read that one, what?
Well, I know on the back of the Digimon the movie DVD box it says from the animators of Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Which I think doesn't really mean anything. Like, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Toy anime, they handled Sailor Moon, so did they?
I guess.
They might have.
I guess. Who knows? Who can say? They probably just lied about it so people would buy the DVD.
Maybe.
I mean, the fact that that's how they were advertising Digimon the movie just says everything you need to know about what they thought about that movie, you know? They had an Angela Anaconda short at the beginning of it, for God's sakes. Anyways,
did not put the ending theme, so apologies. I'll put it on the next one.
You're fine.
But in the Dic version, they took the melody of the song, and I'm pretty certain people could probably sing that one in their sleep if they watched it enough.
Fighting evil by moonlight,
winning love by daylight.
When it comes to real fight, she's the one named Sailor Moon. The fact that I can sing it, says a lot.
But yeah, Dic just decided to just change it entirely.
Right. I mean, Digimon didn't even attempt it. They're like, if I just say a few times, you got it.
Did I stutter? All right. Sorry.
you're
Now
fine.
we're getting to, I think it's the last segment. Sailor Says.
Bye now.
So Sailor Says was a real thing. Dic did. They, at the end of every episode, they had like a little cute little public service announcement.
Yeah.
And what is awesome is that there's actually a YouTube channel called Sailor Says on YouTube, and they have every archived Sailor Says from the Dic Dub.
That's wonderful. That's fantastic.
And I made him watch it.
And it was, well, I mean, you
It's
saw it
just
for yourself. It was great.
all that laughing at the end, that was the end of the Sailor Says. It was just her laughing the whole time. But in the Sailor Says lesson that we learned is to be true to yourself, to believe in yourself, pretty much.
It's good words to live by. Be true to your school.
Oh, God.
Just like you would for your girl, other guy. All right, I'm done. I won't bring Stargirl into
Please
this.
don't bring
Wait,
Stargirl in.
Stargirl?
No,
Sailor
No.
Moon?
they're not the same. They are not the same. They are not the same.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair.
None of them play a ukulele, Matt.
Ah, big missed opportunity.
Yeah. Next week on Sailor Moon.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Next
No, this is.
Next time, Gadget.
I just love the fact this is Beast Wars.
You know,
we gotta
we gotta
keep the tradition going.
Yeah, we gotta rep it.
All right.
You know.
Next week, season 1, episode 2. Punishment awaits. The House of Fortune is the Monster Mansion.
Good God, that is the longest title.
That's
Holy
how they
God.
named episodes back then. So,
Punishment awaits. The House of Fortune is the Monster Mansion.
and I'll tell you a little something about this.
Okay.
Deke completely cut out this episode, so I have never laid eyes on this one. So next week will be my first time ever
Wait.
watching it.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Well,
Because I
wait.
went
So
ahead.
I may have seen it, and you haven't.
Mm-hmm, probably.
Wow.
Because I went ahead just to see,
Fake fan.
just to see, like what the other title would be.
Yeah.
And it said like Deke, and it was blank. I was like, oh my God, they cut an episode.
Wow.
Which is very classic for them. I mean, they cut
Classic Deke move.
out, like, I remember watching some, the Japanese dub on YouTube back in college,
Yeah.
and it shows Sailor Mars smacking the far out of Usagi.
Oh wow.
Just- Yeah.
That's
And I was
awesome.
like, I never remembered that as a child. It's because Deke probably cut it out.
Deke. What a bunch of Dekes. Let's get caught up on chat real
Yes.
quick here. We got Matt ZR in chat saying Luna was harsh in the
Yes.
manga. Always found it weird with the sonic hearing, especially with it being a one-time thing. The live action version is terrible. Nice Transformers reference, Matt. That's right. There's more to meets the eye.
Yeah.
Let's see. Toei Animation was responsible for Sailor Moon and Digimon, so there you go. That was
Woo!
right. And Bobby Moore with shades smiley face saying Beast Wars Transformers was awesome.
We are in agreement with that.
100%.
Beast Wars!
We actually did a rewatch podcast for Beast Wars that you can
Yes.
check out. It was fun. We rewatched all of Beast
Yes,
Wars and Beast Machines.
God, it was awful.
It was the worst. There's a few times I fell asleep while reading the synopsis on the podcast. Like, it wasn't just Maggie falling
No,
asleep. It
it's
was
always
too.
me. It's always me that falls asleep. But when he falls asleep, that's really bad.
You know it's bad.
Also, just like in Digimon,
That's right.
please call 1-423-403-4162. Leave a voicemail. It's only U.S. only. Not sure about,
International rates.
international rates. Don't know. But please leave a voicemail, and you may be a part of a segment next week.
Week's episode. Let us know what you thought about
Yeah.
episode 2. We'll try and, if we get enough voicemails before the episodes, we'll try and we'll include them in that episode.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try and keep them with the voicemails being about the episode we're talking
Yes.
about. So
Please
obviously,
don't call and I don't know.
I mean, you
bark
can call-
like a dog at us.
I mean, you can. You probably won't make it in the podcast unless it's really fucking funny. Then, I mean, you probably
How
will
about
be in the
this?
podcast.
We'll include them in the retro gaming stuff on Monday.
We'll be like, these are all the voicemails that sucked ass this week. I do like that idea, though. Honestly, that would be pretty great.
These are the voicemails that did not pertain to anything about the anime.
All right, Maggie, you ready to close out the podcast section of this?
Yes, I hopefully can do this.
You're fine.
Okay.
Remember, streamers, we're still coming back. We're just closing it out for the separate podcast section. So don't go nowhere when we do this. Now, do you want to close it or do you want me to close it out?
You close it out.
Close it
'cause-
out?
Yeah.
All right. All right, everybody. That's going to wrap it up for us for this week's episode of Sailor Moon's
Cosmic Power Rewind.
our weekly podcast where we rewatch Sailor Moon. That's right. Remember, if you'd like to be a part of the show, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. You can get your name in every episode we do. You can also get access to the Google Drives and all that fun stuff. Remember, this episode was brought to you in part by Amazon Prime, a free 30-day trial. So be sure and hit up the link in the description of this episode to get that. We'll be back again next week with Season 1, Episode 2. Punishment awaits. The House of Fortune is the Monster Mansion. Remember to give us your voicemails and let us know what you thought about the episode so you can be included in a future episode. Maggie, well done on your first ever hosting duties. Well done.
Barf.
You did great. You did great, kid.
Thanks.
You did good, kid. You did good.
I'm kind of looking forward to topping up the next week. So.
Yeah, you did great. Honestly, I'm very proud of you. But that's going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
bye. All right.
All right.
We did it, everybody.
Matt
Uh,
Ziar says, I'm shocked Matt isn't waking up Henry if he's sleeping. Well, Henry is in his own little bed.
Yeah, he moved into a crib last weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a big move. It's a big move.
Made me really sad.
Yeah. It's the same room as Viv.
Yeah.
And so that's been a fun little
Oh, yeah.
experience.
Listen, when you go in there to get him, like when he starts crying and she wakes up and she just like stares at him, like, go back to sleep.
Please just go back to sleep.
It is
kid.
5:45. Go back to sleep.
Oh, man.
But she'll go, I'm scared. I was like, honey, he's just crying. There's
Yeah.
nothing to be scared about.
They're so sweet, man. Remember, everybody, this was our first episode. Again, let us know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this later what you thought about this. If you have any, thoughts on like ways to change it up some, like if there was a section you was confused about or didn't really work for you, let us know. We're definitely looking for some positive improvements. We want this to be one of like our what's it called? Yeah, like our big banner shows, I guess is what you'd call. So we definitely want to make it the best it can be. So we appreciate that for sure, letting us know those things. Thanks for hanging out with us for our inaugural episode. Remember, we're going to be moving this to Wednesdays. So going forward, every Wednesday will be the hopefully anime power hour. The one
I was about to say that, but okay. And then on Thursdays it'll be Throwback Thursdays with the 90s Super Playback.
Yes. So that's how we're gonna run this. So Mondays will be chill, no prompter or anything. I mean, we'll probably still do like the Amazon ad more than likely. But like we'll be more just hanging out, free flowing with everybody in the chat. Playing some games. This Monday we're gonna be playing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie for Sega Genesis. Very excited for that. And then Tuesday will be Smallville, so more focused podcast. Wednesday will be the Power Hour, which obviously we went a little long.
Yeah.
I didn't really expect either one to last an hour, but we did also intro it with like our history, so it'll get shorter.
Yeah, it'll get shorter.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, and also with Sailor Moon, I didn't get to say this, but I do plan on doing the movies.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely doing. I got the links to all the Blu-rays that they have, and I saw that there's like Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon S, Sailor Moon S the movie, Sailor Moon R, Sailor Moon R the movie, Super
the
S,
movie, yeah,
Super S
Supers.
the movie.
I just call it Supers.
Yeah, there's just wow, it was a lot. I didn't realize there was.
Well, where
all
you
that.
saying Sailor Moon R without the movie? That's just a season.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then Sailor Moon R the movie.
Yeah.
So
There's 3 movies.
it's so confusing, but hey, I like
can't
it. Though.
wait.
I like it.
The
It's gonna be
animation's
fun.
beautiful in them.
Is it?
Yes.
I always love when stuff does that. Like there's an episode of Digimon where Ty goes back to the real world after they beat Edamon,
Yeah.
and like it's actually where that GIF. Today's August 1st.
Yeah.
And like it just looks so beautiful,
Yeah.
you know. But I believe it was Mamoru Hosoda,
Yeah.
the guy that did our War Games and
Yeah.
Summer Wars. So definitely, you know, I love when they did shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the goal is again, Monday is going to be just a chill thing. We're trying to bookend the week with chill
things.
less aggregated things, and then Tuesday will be a podcast, Wednesday will be a podcast, and then Thursday will be the VHS show. So that's kind of why we're doing this. Mondays is just getting to be pretty difficult to get like everything ready for the stream for the Hopefully Awesome show, and like just the amount of effort that was going into it wasn't really worth the returns we were seeing on it. And again, not that it's about views or anything, but like, you know, if we're not enjoying it and like there's not really an audience enjoying it,
Yeah.
then like we should figure out a different thing to do.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we're coming at from it. So.
And we'll still talk about all that stuff. You know,
Oh yeah,
but,
I mean, like
but it
next
won't
week,
be as scripted.
yeah, like next week, we're not going to watch a movie this weekend, but the week after is Borderlands.
Yeah.
And so like we'll definitely, you know, talk about Borderlands, like spoiler free obviously, but like, you know, we'll talk about that on the Monday stream.
Yeah.
And we'll probably add it to our list and stuff. But
Yeah.
like it won't be, you know, as like with slides and all that. Like we're not making a produced podcast. We're
Yeah.
just hanging out and, you know, talking shit with our friends.
Yeah.
It's kind of the whole point.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody.
Yeah.
We y'all really were awesome keeping us live in chat, like keeping the conversations going.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't really know what to expect if
Yeah.
the audience we have would cross over with Sailor Moon and Digimon.
I'll be honest, about halfway through Sailor Moon, I was like, I bet there's like 2 people. No, it said 5. So I
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, man.
I'm okay.
Everybody stuck around. It was awesome. Matt ZR says
Can't wait for the small book.
yeah, which is Void. And he
Martha
actually
voided a check.
yes, Matt ZR actually reminded me of what the episode is, and it's better than I remembered, or well, I didn't remember it at all. And then he reminded me of one aspect of it, like the main plot, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I don't really like it. But then he reminded me of another piece of the plot, and I was like, oh yeah, that's actually pretty good. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I'm excited. And then hey, I mean, we're almost done with season 5 of Smallville.
Yeah, I know.
So
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and season 6 is one of my faves, man. Like it's up there. Like 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10
2,
are like my
4,
favorites.
6, 8.
No,
Who
it's
do
4, 8,
who do
15,
we
16,
appreciate?
23,
Clark.
42.
Yeah. Clark.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you all on Monday. We hope you have a great rest of your week and a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. And as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
bye. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Good night.